Yo, guys, welcome in. Is your boy Ground Zero back for another show match? And as promised, well, what we promised to do yesterday was give you a 1v1 show match between Rezears and Caleb, which we finally are able to deliver on that very promise as well tonight. Finally, good morning to you all in EU, specifically for me in Ireland, because it is the crack of dawn still for me in this case. But from OCE, it is a good, fantastic evening, and I hope everyone is great. Welcome in also my co-caster for today. It's Money OCE from the TSM caster who casted their run during the recent OCE season. The split one for the regional for Birmingham, which is going to be coming March. So welcome in, Money. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm just looking forward to some good OCE show matches because it feels like it's been way too long since we had 1v1s, show matches, any sort of this nonsense. OCE has not had it like since at least 2023. There might have been a bit of a patch last year, but outside of that, it's just been last year's been dead with the show matches, dead with the one scene. So I am just so happy that finally OCE is getting some attention here on the 1v1 circuit.
That's perfect, and I'm glad to be able to help and deliver on that. I believe the last time where we actually had some good stuff happen was from Yummy Cheeseman, and as you mentioned, it has been a very, very long time. Thank you, Rezears, for the follow. Welcome in Monica Gupta from YouTube, and alongside Wizard of Frogs. All you viewers very much have a great day, and we're having a great time. It's more than likely going to be a fantastic 1v1, and I'm so happy that it is Rezears himself actually the one expressing his own very interest, because he's the one who DM'd me wanting to see some OCE and wanted to really test out the waters when it comes to 1v1s over here. So Caleb is probably your best bet because he was actually the #1 player who won the offseason in OCE as well, in comparison to Rezears, who I believe went on to win day 3 and lose to the likes of Jory in day 3, who then went on to lose against Jory himself 3-0 in the offseason from last year. So great integration from Rlcs in the 1v1 sector. We're really happy to see some final glances in this case for 1v1s, and I think it's going to be a fantastic premise to have these players test out everything to do with 1v1 over here, because I think there's such unmitigated talent that has yet to have really any time to shine over here. So Caleb, Gus, Prompt, Lunar, all of these fantastic 1v1 players. And now, hopefully, this gives some motivation for other people to finally get back into these very oceans here in this case. So, Oceania joke, so forget that. But yeah, welcome in, guys. It's going to be a simple best of 5, Rezears versus Caleb. Let's get this show match cracking and see what they have, because it is for a best of 5. Thank you all so much for the follow. We really do appreciate it, everyone who's coming in. This will be going up on YouTube for anyone who does miss the possible action here. But don't worry, it will all be available nonetheless online. Rezears versus Caleb. This is the start of something fresh, something new, as we have an import versus a native talent from Australia. Gonna be playing it off. So, Money, what's the predictions?
I think the predictions need to come through after game 1, because we've got, as you said in the introduction, Caleb, off the 2 off-season events in the 1v1 scene we had here, he won both of them. He got some big name wins, and that's going to be here as well. I mean, I feel like I sort of have to go for Caleb just because, like, you know, just the OCE in me. But at the same time, it's good to see that Rezears is so willing to put on a show here, especially, you know, making that move to OCE, putting on a show, isn't just hiding away from the fact that he's imported here, and is actually willing to show that, you know what, let's see what this scene has and put on a show.
Exactly. We're all ready for, content. Who doesn't want to see that happen? And speaking of that, what a shot. Great pop from Rezears as well. Saw Caleb was ready off the side wall and then moved up to control that air dribble. And that last second pop was deadly enough to put it right over Caleb's head. Misflip and mistimed on that jump there from Caleb. So both of them back to 1 even Steven when it comes to this match as of now. So first 30 seconds in, I haven't really seen something completely outstanding in comparison to, like, the typical 1v1 players we see. But nonetheless, it is a pretty good start. But mano a mano between these two. Caleb in the air. He's got a flip reset, and what a fake on Rezears.
He goes underneath it. It's a difficult one to read in these situations, especially when you go, well, he's got to flip. What's he got to do? And then he just sits behind underneath it. And another point here as well, just to sort of, while we're in game 1, settle into the show match. Just some details for you on Caleb in the offseason. He did beat Torsos, he did beat Nerve, he did beat Super Lucky twice, he did also lose to Super Lucky, but that was in a double elim format where he had to lose game 1 of the grand final. He's won against a lot of our best, and now he's going up against Rezears, who's tied us up.
Exactly. Well, I would say from Caleb, that was a very odd play, to be honest, to be going for in that situation when you know Rezears' defense is. I would say right now, since they're both trying to warm up, adequate enough to, save that shot. But in this case, from Rezears, nothing too wrong. Both of them have been quite going even, I would say, from kickoff-wise, so it's going to be interesting to see which one will overpower, because 90% of this game is just kickoffs, like you've heard Johnny Boy complaining about it, you've heard a lot of other 1v1 special, people with specialties in the casting of 1v1 such as myself here complaining about kickoffs, and I'm no different here when it comes to talking about how important of a factor it is, but from between both of them, they've been quite going even between it, not one, really overutilizing it just yet. But like you said, it is the first game, so taking it slow. What a flick, though. Caleb with a great save. I love the reactions from Caleb. He's a very methodical but fast player at the same time. It's a good blend. You don't really see that often, but sometimes being a bit too speedy can also get you some consequences with a slap to the face from Rezears and a great beat on the goal. That was a great mind game from Rezears.
Yeah, that is fantastic. He goes past the ball to get the bump. The bump sets him. One, he gets the bump on Caleb. He goes sent into the net. And then Rezears just lends back under the ball like nothing happened. Absolutely fantastic stuff from Rezears, who has the lead, which we haven't seen so far in this game. But Caleb instantly looking to tie us up off the post and out.
Yeah, straight off the post. It's a bit of a unlucky stroke of luck here from the sidewall. No boost, but those wall dashes really are able to cut down that distance, a flick to the air. And Rezears is now on the prowl for some boost, but Caleb is looking for the goal, and he might just find it. Yes, he does. Fantastic utilization of that possession.
Yeah, it just goes one way to the other, all the way in his own half. Knew that Rezears went for the boost and went, I'll just have a free net here. Let's put it on. And he couldn't get back Rezears. And it's a very, very close game one. I was probably expecting a little bit more in one favor or the other, not particularly to any side, but I was expecting maybe someone to have a couple of goal leads. Instead, it's just one goal for one goal at the moment, trading blows in game one.
But don't you find it a bit more enjoyable? Because, you can't really give the edge to someone. It's not predictable, and that's what makes it more interesting. With Caleb getting the lead as well on a demo against Rezears while he was just trying to get his boost. This man was frolicking back in peace, and this Caleb just coming adding some chaotic elements. 4-3, half the game left here still, and there's still more than enough time for Rezears to come back. But as I was mentioning, when it comes to 1v1s, I just kind of like the action when it comes to closer games, because it just adds that sense of tenseness the whole time, and that just makes overall watching it just a bit more interesting. Because some games are a washout. You're like, it's kind of over with. You're done with that anymore. What a flick from Caleb. My God.
And it's the biggest lead we've had. Two goal lead here. Caleb extending the margin. We haven't had something like this so far. And they do have that major, well, I say major. In terms of what we've seen so far, that is a major advantage. Because if you're 1-0 down, it's easy enough just to bring it back. If you're two goals down, maybe it's a little bit more of a stretch. Rezears going for the boost on the kickoff. And will take on the play. Hooks it out wide, tries to fake Caleb and did well. Still has possession, but gets the boost as well. Caleb gets bumped into the way downfield, and Rezears is going to have to reset.
This is his time to bring it back here. He's been awkward for a good while for the past couple of seconds before the 2-minute marker finally hits. He's been more physical, which is a good change here. I don't think Caleb was really expecting it, so caught him off guard, getting bumped back to back twice there. What a flick. Simple stuff. Just trying to force Caleb into an awkward position, waste some more boost off of his tank there, and now from the sidewall, Caleb still with nothing. This boost RV tactic seems to be at least working its favor for Rezears here, and honestly, what I really love, and I believe you mentioned it as well. Oh, that's a great shot, Caleb! Oh my God, what an angle! You don't find that so easily with low boost. Other players don't take that risk, but Caleb, I like that tenacity. But mentioning as I was, when so many people put so much disrespect on the upcoming regions like OCE, well, it's been a staple for a very long time with EU and NA when RLCS seasons were developing. But even then, it wasn't really taken seriously, and even still to this day, it hasn't been taken seriously for a while now. This just goes to show that even if you come and put yourselves on an even stock with these players, that there's still very capable talent here, ready to fend you off. And Rezears getting bumped, but he still is able to make that save.
Caleb, still just on possession here, but it might just cost him. The flick downfield and the chase as well should be another one for Rezears. It is. And Caleb maybe getting a little bit too comfortable in the Rezears half of things here. He spent a lot of time in the last 3 goals that were scored for Caleb. He spent a lot of time in that blue half, and finally Rezears breaks that little bit of pressure. There's still plenty of time as well for 2 goals, and in 1v1, you never say that a game's done. And with a 2-goal margin, minute 30 remaining, this one definitely isn't done yet.
Oh, no, not at all. I think it's only just beginning from between both of these two fantastic players, 4-6. Rezears kind of feels like he's throwing away the ball half the time. I feel he needs to play more possession, but this is a great cut. Wait, taking that pad, more than a boost. And like you said there, Money, it definitely seems like Caleb is getting a bit too comfortable being a bit more overly aggressive against Rezears here, who's playing that to his advantage.
Yeah, and I mean, at times it has worked for Caleb with that high line of offense, just getting in amongst Rezears' face and saying, nope, we're keeping it here. And he did score 3 goals off the back of that, Caleb, but now he's conceded 2 goals off the back of it. Might have to just readjust a little bit. It's not a bad idea, but in the last couple of goals, it's definitely been not the right idea as Rezears' edge dribble bump. First one we've seen today, and it finds a goal.
Oh my god, you don't see, that's the typical EU stuff, that's the NA stuff right there. Rezears is definitely bringing his culture over to OC with these bumps here. Finding the mark is not easy, but, Rezears gotta love the fact that he was able to hit that pinpoint accuracy on Caleb while he was still in the air as well. 6-6, what a way to tie up the game, and between these two going even once more, like you said, you can't be too comfortable. Ones is a very, very fickle game, and so too is your lead. It could be destroyed at any given moment if something changes. Caleb, an opportunity for an open net. Rezears now still able to play it off with nothing in the tank. That's a very unfortunate touch off of Caleb, and straight for a roll in for Rezears. 7-6, he takes the lead.
It's not the way you want to see someone take the lead here. Caleb getting in all sorts there, and Rezears just goes, put that one on top. Let's get that sent downfield, and it's an opener here, and it's a lead here for Rezears, which feels like we've said very little so far in game 1. Caleb has held the lead for the majority of it. Rezears, last minute though, has it now. Caleb looking to tie us up again, and there's a good chance. Great 50 in front of net. Tied up 7 apiece.
Well, fantastic. Like I said, no lead is too built on solid foundations here, and it's always fickle. And 7-7 shows you why, because Caleb was able to return it back this game. 7-7 with 35 seconds left. Within regulation, it's going to be a tense moment to see because, you can't really take too much risks. If you do, well, can you really be able to answer back? Because Caleb might just come back, or it might be Rezears taking it away. Speaking about that, if you guys want to use your predictions, they are available for you to do now. You can use your channel points to see who will win between these two. It's a best of 5 series for anyone who's coming in fresh, new viewers. Thank you all so much for the follows. As it's Caleb in the air, he misses the play. He's still able to somewhat get a grasp of the ball, but I don't think he's going to get that very strong recovery with nothing more than a couple of pads. He faces up the challenge against Rezears, lines it up nicely, gets a flick in, but this game will be taking itself straight to OT unless Rezears has something to say about it. Caleb with the challenge! Oh! The buzzer beater from Rezears!
It felt like Caleb had sort of fought his way through the storm at 0 seconds. He got back, he got a touch after going for a play that didn't pay off, and he got back, but then Rezears to the skies. And then the ceiling shot to top it off. 0 second buzzer beater goal. And Caleb, I think he'll be feeling a little bit hard done by here, but it's a fantastic first showing for both these players. Maybe, in a setting of you're going, maybe I shouldn't concede 8 goals, maybe I shouldn't concede 7, but at least they're showing that they can score nice, classy goals. And that's exactly what we got in game 1.
Exactly. You gotta love the fact that it was there. 8-7. Pretty close game. I thought, like you said, we were kind of surprised how close this game was, to be honest, right? So that just makes it all the more better, in my opinion, to have these fantastic players play it off like that. This was an amazing showing between both of them, and it just goes to show the kind of talent that's always hidden, lurking around, just waiting for a chance to shine. So Caleb, good try, but sadly for you, just mere inches from a minute amount of success. You pushing this game into OT would have given you better chances, but sadly for you, you don't know the EU just never give it up attitude until this fat lady sings, and he still went for the ceiling play. That control was exquisite from Rezears, but you know what, it's a chance in game 2 to let yourself truly shine. Let's see if Caleb changes up his play style, because now this is 5 minutes of a whole new different setting between these two to see who will win this series of best of 5.
And game 1, it felt like it could go either way, and then Rezears right at the death takes it. Game 2, Rezears continues on like he ended off 1-0, and it's just a bit of a bully fest here, getting bumps off the kickoff and just drives it into the, well, doesn't even touch it again into the net, but the bumps did enough to stop Caleb getting back.
Yeah. Well, Caleb, I think he's just taking too much time. Rezears is going straight for the mid. As you can see here, he's angling himself quite nicely. Caleb, in comparison, I don't think he knows as much from the EU kickoffs as much as he thinks he does, but that's a great double tap.
Oh, yes.
That is stylish from Caleb.
That is exactly what we want to see from Caleb. Flip reset onto the double tap. Finds the top bins as well. Rezears, I mean, he was beat earlier, but Caleb didn't even need to put it in the net like he did. No respect, straight to the top bins, 1-1. And I think that's probably the best goal we've seen in a mechanical sense from these two players. Hopefully it continues on in game 2.
Yeah, that's a good dodge on the demo there from Rezears, taking his time with the airplay. This is a good reset pop. Could be getting a second, or maybe going for a pogo or plan B, but it seems nothing really went to plan at all. Going back to the drawing board here as he moves up. A pinch from Caleb. Might just find the angle. This is looking a bit close for Rezears, but he's able to make that distance and cut that ball out from a chance from a goal. An easy one from Caleb. Flip reset once again from Rezears, popping that one in. I thought he was going for a musty flick, but he fakes it nicely, forcing Caleb to really extend himself for the save. But nonetheless, he still has more than a boost. And once more, another follow-up challenge. Rezears off the Doomsy, finds the angle, pops that ball in, and it's game over. 2-1.
Yeah, I don't think at any point there, once Caleb dove, we went, Rezears isn't scoring this. The entire time, we're so confident he was going to put it in the back of the net. Does so. Has that lead again. Caleb getting beat in the corner. And I mean, it's not a place you want to get beat in a 1v1. If you get beat there, you send yourself flying. There's very little you can do to recover. And Rezears makes that point as Caleb maybe setting Rezears up for another. Off the ceiling now, tries to fake it out. Caleb with a big save and looks to turn it the other way, but Rezears with the demo says, no thank you, and I'll go again.
Yep, he's Rezears now back up in the air. Is his comfortable place. He's got a great reset pop once more. The double tap, so close, just so mere inches away from another goal here. Would have been a good tap in, but sadly for him, he's just going to hit off the crossbar and out. But there's another chance. It seems to be misfilling between both. He doesn't really know when Caleb's going to challenge, but I think he's just shaken at the tenacity or just the overall boldness from Caleb here. That's a great control. The fake. Ooh. Oh my god, what a mind game in the air from Rezears. He was playing checkers. Sorry, he was playing chess while Caleb was only playing checkers there in the meantime. He takes the 2-goal lead. This is the longest one we've had for a very long time now in this game, but still only a minute 30 has passed.
Yeah, and we're seeing, at least at the moment, less goals than we saw in game 1. Caleb would probably like to be on the end of scoring more goals here off the kickoff. He might just do that. Rezears again, just good control of the boost pads. Getting the boost when he needs it. Looks to cut inside now. Looking to slow it down as well. The light flick on net. Caleb with a save, but Rezears again controlling the full pad. Sends another one on. Caleb will get the touch, and yet again, he is starved, but maybe Rezears overcommitting here. Caleb will grab the mid. I think again, it's just going to fall back to Rezears, who gets his time to play it forward.
Yep. So throw that ball forward with a flick and nothing more. No follow-up just yet. It's going to be Caleb pushing forward the challenge. He's trying to fake out Rezears, and he's trying to utilize that game audio, make Rezears a bit fearful for a challenge here. I see. Oh, that's a great challenge from. In the meantime, Rezears gets the ball comfortably. Go for a shot. That angle was there, but not the power. Caleb will have that ball perfectly popped out for a save. Lucifer, RLO, thank you so much for everybody for the follow. Purple Duck, Juk RL, Caleb OC, Rezears, Marzatopia, and Keckles coming in for the stream to enjoy this fantastic 1v1 OCE show match here between these two titans of current OCE from different ores as well. Caleb actually just getting signed to Scrim's World, so massive congratulations to the boys there from I Love Strawberry. Fantastic pickup in the form of Lunar Laxton and Caleb. And oh my god, from Rezears for the Chiefs. What a flip reset shot coming in from the ceiling. Rezears, this was fantastic.
Just comes off the ceiling, gets the reset, finds his placement, 4-1, and Caleb, he was putting up a big fight in game 1. Game 2, different story though. Rezears is showing off another level of mechanics. We saw Caleb get a really nice goal. He might get a second one here though. That's at least a gimme, and he's got 2 goals back within this one. 2 minutes left, still plenty of time. There's always plenty of time in a 1v1 setting, and Caleb, I mean, that will make him breathe a little bit easier heading into the final 2 minutes.
Exactly, more than enough time. As mentioned, 2 minutes, well, that's, 1v1 players, they scoff in the face of 2 minutes. That's more than enough. They tell you 120 plus seconds. Who cares? Let's get the game still rolling as Rezears up in the air. He's going for the double tap. I think Caleb might have enough boost in the tank to make that save, but he's definitely pushed himself because he has nothing left here because there's a challenge coming in. He pads up 35. A mind game from Rezears. This is a fake on Caleb, but he still is able to get bumped away for a recovery. In the meantime, Caleb, still nothing in the tank, working with nothing but the dregs of his own boost, pads up once again. This is some good defense on the goal line from Caleb. He's not really falling for too many mistakes here, taking his time, being patient between Rezears and him. I would say Rezears is the more panic run because he knows the possibility of another comeback from Caleb would be detrimental because only 2 goals here. There's a cut-in, possible volley. What a mind game from Rezears!
Yep, it's simple stuff from Rezears here. Slows it down, and this is what we saw in game 1 that didn't really go in Rezears' way. He was slowing it down so much. Eventually, Caleb caught up. This time around in game 2, he's taking his time, but he's using it quick enough. He's using the time that he needs, and then making it count. 5-2 Rezears. He's looking a lot better in game 2 than we saw. It was a very, very close game 1. In game 2, not the same story. Caleb does look to make it again. A 2-goal deficit for himself. Steals the corner boost, but Rezears, good boost conservation. Still has a full tank. Caleb into his own corner, grabs his boost, and looks to go once again. 1 minute remaining. Whoa, from his own corner. Flip reset. Caleb must be flick. Caleb goes bang. 5-3.
Okay, let the mechanics pop off. Caleb flip reset into the ball, gets the flip reset, gathers it for the musty. The absolute clean transition. It was seamless from Caleb. Even Rezears with the showmanship had to pop in some respect on that one. That was beautiful from Caleb here, but still not enough. Still got 35 a minute left here. With that kind of time cracking down pressure against you, this is Caleb now having to pop in with a plan B. Wasn't enough to bypass Rezears on the shot. He was coming in for the challenge. He wants that goalie back, and he will not find it. Caleb on the goal line with a beautiful save. Keeps that ball out, and the goal line still the same as it was 30 seconds ago. What a goal, but this time Rezears outpaces Caleb on the challenge. I think he nearly missed that flip reset shot off the bar, to be honest. I was a bit close from Rezears, getting a bit too comfortable, but nonetheless, it's still a goal in his favor. Controlling that with the first touch was ridiculous for that flip reset. 6-3, he takes the 3-goal lead.
Yeah, and I just don't think Caleb could have recovered after getting that massive save on the goal line. He couldn't recover in time, had low boost in the tank for that save, and had even less afterwards. Rezears again on the kickoff, getting some bumps. That might just roll in. No, it doesn't. It's off the post. Rezears, though, keeps the pressure on. And as long as the ball stays here for the next couple of seconds, it's all but done. Caleb, couple of kickoff goals still wouldn't be enough. Rezears will take game 2.
Oh, yeah. Went for the pogo himself as well. The plan B went wide, but it still goes in. Nonetheless, Caleb just forced watch that ball roll in once again. 7-3. This is probably the most dominant game. I think the last game in Manfield Night was nothing more than a taste test, just testing the waters between both of them. And it seems Rezears found himself a bit comfortable after that buzzer beater. His confidence just shot up here, and now Caleb is the one left nothing more than watching himself play from Rezears' shadow on another loss here. Maybe another last-second goal. Oh, he's actually able to keep up the ball here. Just keeps it alive. This is Rocket League. Good roll from the corner. Fantastic control from Caleb. A buzzer goal from himself as well from that control of the corner. But still 3-goal gap will remain, and he faces another loss against Rezears in the second game in Forbidden Temple. Great game, but nonetheless, it will be the German import winning this one.
It's pretty safe to say that the buzzer beater in game 1 was much more important than the buzzer beater in game 2. Caleb did show us what he's got. He's got mechanics up his sleeve. Hopefully we can see a little bit more from him in this next one. But Rezears showing us another level in game 2. Again, scoring a lot of goals and had a lot of shots as well, realistically. 15 shots, 7 goals, scoring half of his attempts. Caleb, I mean, he's got to get it under wraps a little bit. It's hard to say exactly what's going wrong aside from everything, because Caleb, he's a good player, and I think we can see more from him. As we saw in game 1, I think there's much more to the story here, but we're not seeing it yet. I just want to see what he can do in this game 3, and I still have belief it may be a game 5 if Caleb can do this game 3, but it's not looking good. Rezears is looking good, and Caleb not so good. I keep saying good. It's the story here. Rezears is good. Caleb hasn't been so good. Game 3, who will step up now?
Yeah, it's a matter of seeing who's going to take the platform here. Will it be Rezears, the import, or will it be Caleb, the native player, bringing it back? Because he only needs one game to at least put pressure on Rezears to think twice, but he's not going to do that. He's going to go for automatic flips and flicks. Fantastic goal here from Rezears, taking that top right bins right over the head of Caleb and mind gaming him. This is I feel, where EU players really take it over 1v1 players from OCE is because they're so snappy, because they know their players from their own native region. It kind of gets hard to play against a player who's first time coming in, and you never know, you've never played against them. The other side, if you play against the same player so many times, a lot of their plays become predictable. So this is a big challenge from Caleb, to be honest.
Rezears has that 1-goal lead already in game 3. And Caleb won't be very happy that he's gone down early. Of course, there's plenty of time, and we've seen plenty of goals in this one. But Caleb, he needed to fix up the amount he's been conceding, and he opens up game 3 with another goal conceded. Big bump to make sure it's not 2. And he looks to go the full length of the pitch from his own half to the other. Flip reset, doesn't use it, fakes it out, and still on the ball, but Rezears full boost looks to counter.
This is the time for Rezears. He's going for the ceiling once more. We've seen what happens last time when he goes for those ceiling plays. They're deadly, but just not enough this time. Caleb for a shot. Rezears flicks it up to the backboard. Still a dangerous moment. Caleb gets a goal. Rezears was so close as a save, but just not enough this time. Fantastic shot. So close from Rezears. I think genuinely his plan to take that off the backboard was ingenious. It was very difficult to reach that distance for a save, but sadly for him, just wasn't enough. He ties up the game with Caleb.
Yeah, it was clever from Caleb not to just take on the shot early there. Rezears didn't have any boost to the tank, probably couldn't have got to an early shot, but Caleb wasn't sure about it. And instead, took it low, took the 50, and forces it way through. Goes with a plan B, the shot on, but Rezears will make an easy enough save and grab the boost to relieve all the pressure.
Now this is time for a counter-attack once more from Rezears. That's a great flick. They still remain unrepentantly lethal against Caleb. He just can't read them at all. He's never able to time them perfectly for the challenges in the midfield. Rezears straight over the head and straight, no bounce to the back of Caleb's net.
As he said, just couldn't read it. Couldn't read when the flick was going over. And it's a 2-1 game now. Rezears with another lead. He's had so many of them since, realistically, getting the late winner in game 1, and he just extends the lead again. 3-1 Rezears. He keeps going. Caleb on the kickoff, getting beat on this occasion. Rezears taking an early shot, and Caleb couldn't get a piece.
So close. Mere inches every time Caleb is from success here, but he just isn't able to really dominate as well as he did in game 1. I feel that's where he's falling down short. Slightly here from Rezears, who's now taking his time off the kickoff. Caleb sending a shot straight to the face of Rezears. Wait, this one finds himself in. What? That's a bit of an unfortunate play between both of them. Nothing really much in the tank. Rezears was working with, I believe, only just one pad, and just jumping up the time would have been enough, he thought, but not really getting the best of connections with that ball. That's going to be a goal. Simple from Caleb. 3-2, only 1 goal difference between both of them.
And as you said on that one, both players had low boost. Caleb just happened to be going forward, and Rezears happened to be going backwards. And again, Caleb on the kickoff, 3 all in. In a moment, it can flip the switch, and Caleb has done just that well and truly back into this one.
He's brought himself back very comfortably. Took him, a minute or two, but he's done it nicely. He's brought himself back 3-3, so mano a mano once more. A checkmate from Caleb is exactly what he needed to bring himself. I think he lost a bit of confidence, maybe, from the last game, and especially now here. He goes up, Rezears, touch up, that's all he's going to do. And he's going to leave that ball in the hands of Caleb, who's now looking forward for a challenge from the ceiling itself as well. Trying to play Rezears' style, but I don't think he's able to really replicate it as he goes up into the air. The ball just waiting to be taken, but not one of them really going for the challenge comfortably. Caleb now playing from the midfield control. It's quite done nicely. Rezears just popping up nicely off the backboard, coming back for another challenge. That followed up, and Caleb looking a bit awkward there from the challenge from Rezears. Wasn't really expecting it, so he thought he had time for the shot. Oh, this is a time for a setup. Off the side wall here, Caleb will be the first to the challenge. Rezears, that's a great play. He takes the lead finally. Caleb, 4-3.
And it feels like the first time since game 1 that Caleb has held a lead. Half the game left, still a long way to go to hold it all the way. But Caleb stepping up now. And it's not really something we saw at all from him in game 2. That fight to take the lead back. He's showing it here. But on the kickoff again, Rezears will take the full boost. Has 100 to work with. To the ceiling. Tries to slow it down a little bit. Easy ceiling shot. And Caleb had boost, but couldn't get the ball.
Nope. Sometimes you just can't save the inevitable. And this was inevitable from Rezears here. Great play. Nearly getting a touch of that ball. But even then, just what could he have done from Caleb's perspective? 4-4. The game is tied quite nicely between these two fantastic players. And Rezears now winning the kickoff slightly, but still might lose possession if Rezears is not able to come back. It's Rezears now with possession. Takes it off from the side wall. And now, possibility from Rezears. Still getting pressured a lot from Caleb. I don't think he was expecting his, boldness. But as mentioned, Caleb is unfearful sometimes. I think when he finds an opportunity, he's going to take it, crying even if it needs to be so, because he is unafraid of a lot of things that could happen and might happen. Rezears, off a good 50, but both of them still not able to put this game to rest because there's still 2 minutes left here. And when we mentioned 2 minutes, it's always been a curse moment between these two players every single time because one of them starts dominating over the other. That's a good touch from Caleb. That's a good aerial play. Nearly had the double tap. Unfortunately, will be missing the shot.
Just the ball didn't have enough leeway between it and the wall there for Caleb to redirect onto the goal. That was almost clever from Rezears, and Caleb looks to go once again to the sky. Flip reset, uses it over the top, trying to dunk it in. Couldn't get past Rezears, stalwart defense, and now it's an open net on the other way, and Rezears again takes the lead.
That defense is a brick wall from Rezears. I don't think I've seen Caleb look so much more challenged than he has in this game right now. This is fantastic from Rezears. And that back-to-back was like watching a tennis game, trying to see which one can outdo the other. But great play from Rezears to, bear with the pressure for so long. Great wave dash kickoff from Caleb. The bump from Rezears will give himself enough time. Can he get that boost, though? Yes, he will, collecting that corner. Caleb still keeping up with the pressure, staying in the distance of Rezears. You're not really trying to give him a free play, and delaying enough time to collect that midfield boost will give himself up a hope. This is such a classic flick. That's a play, a pitch his own net. Caleb will not be able to save it, giving the goal to Rezears.
It's just unfortunate for Caleb. Couldn't read it, couldn't get the touch he needed. And by the time that Rezears takes on the flick, it was too late for Caleb to get anything of quality on it. Still a minute remaining, but that 2-goal lead now is looking good for Rezears to take the show match in a sweep. And he looks to extend it again off the sidewall once more. Caleb goes off the ceiling quickly, gets beaten by Rezears, who finds the net easily. 7-4. And it really does feel like Rezears is just sweeping his way through this match.
Yeah, he's making his way, and he's doing it thrice. He's going for that sweep he wants. He wants to win this game in a landslide against Caleb here. Caleb's so close. He brought that game even at the 3-minute marker, but ever since then, it feels like he's been shut down every which way by Rezears, and now, well, he's just explicitly showing itself that Rezears is the dominant 1v1 player currently with Caleb, and now taking his time off of a 50 against Rezears. Rezears, well, that's a great play from Caleb. Has the boost advantage, but even then, still Rezears is able to make his way, come back to his own corner. Caleb still going to keep up the challenge. This could be a save from Rezears, killing it out once more, and killing any chances from Caleb as well at the same time. He's missed that midfield boost, and it's nothing more than 17 seconds for him to make a 3-goal comeback, which otherwise has taken him more than 2 minutes. So I don't think Caleb's really going to have any chances, possibly, of any hope of bringing it away, as Rezears is going for that time wasting, going for a flip reset pop. That's a simple 50 that works straight to the other corner. Once more, it will be Caleb playing the buzzer beater alone, because it is your winner once more. Rezears, a German import into Chiefs, will win game number 3 in DFH Stadium to send a statement to the rest of OCE that this player is here to show you what it means to bring on another culture alongside a 1v1 style from a whole different region here. Great saves in the meantime on the buzzer beater. Let's still keep up the ball. I don't know how they're doing it. It's incredible.
I feel like we are owed another buzzer beater hit, regardless of who that gets it. No, on the line. Almost had a buzzer beater in every single one, but Rezears, as you say, steps up, shows to the rest of the region, hey, I'm here, and I have the ability that I need in 1v1s to take down your best. Caleb has definitely been seen as, especially in this offseason, that player to beat in the 1v1 arena in OCE. And I mean, I think there's beginnings there for this player to take steps up and take games off Rezears in the future. But right now, Rezears is a step ahead. Caleb, couple of good showings, couple of insane goals as well. But in the end, Rezears gets the job done and maybe goes, who's next?
Exactly. I totally agree with you. It seems my phone has somehow died, which is incredible. I did not expect that to happen. It's completely shut down. Oh no, that's not good. But oopsies. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and reset my phone. What has happened to it? It's incredible. Did it overheat? Oh, that's not good. But yeah, talking about the games overall, Rezears between these two, fantastic showing. It was amazing to be able to even have the opportunity to view this, and it just goes to show that sometimes if you think yourself at the top, there will always be a bigger fish in that pond, and we'll know how big Oceania is, even with being such a maritime country. In comparison, an import like Rezears showing you can't be too comfortable for too long, and this is what will happen to you nonetheless. Though, congratulations to both of these players, really showing that it is not that easy. 1v1 requires every bit of your A game, and from Caleb, this was an amazing opportunity to be able to see him play, because 1v1s, like we said, not really respected as much, and this is fantastic showing, giving an opportunity, a platform to all of these players to come over here and shine. And speaking of that, exactly that, Lucifer from the chat is also asking, how do I sign up for this? Well, it's about as simple as just asking me, Lucifer, and you already asked, so there you go. We're going to be definitely hoping to bring this more consistency, and especially from Money here, we're going to get different OC casters like Formal, we're going to get Money. You're going to see some consistent faces, especially some very loved ones from OC bringing themselves up over here, because I feel, like we said, Rlcs just isn't enough. You got to give consistency and give more and more tournaments like this for even upcoming regions, maybe even staple regions like OC, a chance to showcase their skills. So thank you all so much. Really do appreciate the viewers actually for coming in so at the most perfect of times. I know in the evening a lot of you guys are busy, and it's only morning for me, so I'm not really truly free myself as well, but it's great to be able to cast. This was fantastic. And Rezears, honestly, so much more love for Rezears for showing himself up and saying, hey, I'm ready to 1v1. I want to do this. I want to see what is available over here. I don't want to just be sitting on my ass and playing Rlcs. I want to do some other stuff as well. So you got to put some respect on him, and I think you're going to see his name pop up every now and then, more commonly for these 1v1 show matches, because I think everyone really wants a piece of Rezears here. We've seen Gus, we've seen Prom, Lunar. I think we're going to see some more people as well, but it's not just only them. I want to put some attention to you viewers as well. If you guys are interested in 1v1 show matches, more than likely either follow me on Twitter or follow me on Twitch. Join my Discord server. Join in with Money as well, because we're going to be collabing on more of these more often. So we're going to see if anyone can be an equal showing, just like it was today. Even if on paper Rezears did win, it wasn't easy for him overall nonetheless. So like we said, if you guys are interested in joining us up, send me a DM on Discord, send me a DM on Twitter, and we'll see what will be your best adversary to showcase your skills and showcase their skills, and when we're setting for best of 5. And that will be it from us. Lucifer, thank you guys nonetheless for your expressed interest, and thank you all your viewers for giving both of us your time. This was Money OC. We're gonna give him a cheeky little shout out. Go follow my boy on his Twitch over there. This man does fantastic content. He's also the TSM caster. He's gonna be doing the run whenever OC RTS starts up for regional number 2. So we're gonna be excited nonetheless to see their sides. And thank you all for nonetheless. We'll see you guys next time. Take care and good evening. We're gonna have some new faces for the next one in OC. Don't go anywhere for too long though, guys. Keep your eyes on the Twitch streams over here on my channel, Money's channel as well. We'll see you all next soon. Take care. Good night.